There's a lot of cemeteries in our area, some with interesting gravestones, some with large, impressive memorials.
And there is a cemetery in West Erie County that has a beloved piece of history that honors the many veterans laid to rest all around it. Our John Last visits for this Veterans Day edition of The Last Word.
I could go to a lot of places in our region to find people or things that pay tribute to our veterans. But I decided to come to Hope Cemetery on the border of Elk Creek Township and Cranesville. I want to do a story on Old George. And here he is. Old George is a beloved cannon that is proudly displayed at the cemetery. Old George is a cannon that was used during the Spanish-American War. It was brought to Cranesville in 1920 by a man named George Baird. The old gentleman was a member of an organization that wanted to honor soldiers like himself who fought in the Civil War.
It was a GAR group, sort of like the VFW, American Legion, and so they brought it here, and they wanted to use it for a memorial.
Old George sat proudly inside Hope Cemetery for decades. Unfortunately, the cannon became weather-worn and deteriorated. In 2004, the Cemetery Association took it away and placed it in storage.
They were trying to keep it nice, but age, just like people.
Judy Rosecki serves on the Cemetery Association. She says the cannon was never forgotten. People kept asking her about it. She did not know where it was being kept. In 2013, she and her husband decided not just to find it, but to restore it.
We found it, and my husband decided it was coming home with us after about a month. We brought it home and started working on it.
The cannon needed a lot of work, but the Roseckis found some heroes. Members of the Albion VFW post told the couple that they would pay for everything. $1,200 for new wheels, $1,800 to cut down trees to make way for a pavilion. They paid for the pavilion. George was returned to his home at Hope Cemetery in October 2013.
Yeah, it's very important to our community. It's a landmark for us.
Old George now honors all veterans who are buried at Hope Cemetery. Over 400 vets are buried here, some from the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, and every war up to the Vietnam era. With the last word with Old George at Hope Cemetery, John Last, Erie News Now.
And it was Judy who named the cannon Old George. She says it just seemed to fit, and it has stuck.
And the cemetery is located on Meadville Street in the south end of Cranesville, in case you were wondering. We'll be right back.